Hey, it's Jason from Stark Gray Mad Adventures. It's Friday, the sun is shining, and I am pumped because I'm heading north and heading in for an overnight camp at a Crown Land Lake. Should be pretty exciting. It's about a 3 to 4 kilometer trek in and see if I can find a spot to camp. Pretty pumped. Let's go. Roads are getting rougher and smaller and muddier. Got a little hole right here. Alright, got the truck parked and found the little ATV trail that I'm going to start on and get my way towards this lake. Stay safe, old friend. Alright, just started out on the trail. It's 10 to 5. So I'm following a couple old logging roads. First it was an ATV trail and it hit this logging road. And pretty sure it looks like it's going towards the lake. So you will see shortly. It's not too far. Well, made it to the lake. Ended up combination of ATV and old logging roads. Ended up finding my way here without any bushwhacking, so that was pretty cool. And wind's blowing pretty good here, but gorgeous. I can see some of the cliffs showing on the topo there. Let's see if we can find a spot to camp. This looks pretty good. Huh, there's even a boat stashed here. This is perfect. It's a tiny little lake. So I was told that this lake has a great campsite on an island, which isn't very far away. And of course, when I arrived and saw this guy, and the island is actually just right over there. I don't have a paddle, but there's something I can improvise with, I'm sure. I think I'm going to throw the pack in the boat and take a little trip across there. It's not far. The boat looks safe. Duct tape? Imagine that, a couple scraps of wood. This guy here is probably good. Alright, let's check it out. Man, those cliffs are just gorgeous over there. I want some of that sunshine though. And in here, there's a tiny bit at the end, but the site's pretty tucked in the trees, but I think it's definitely worth a quick look across. Definitely not breaking any paddle records. Check this out. It's definitely looking like a campsite on this island. I am pretty stoked about that. That's bringing me inshore now. Land ho! Made it. Alright, let's get this pulled up. Alright, let's check this out. Oh, this is friggin' awesome. What a gorgeous sight. And it is so secluded here. This is amazing. Wow, I am super impressed. Look at this westerly view. Oh, yes, much better than over there in the shadows. This will get west sun. You turn around and we're gonna get sun in the morning too. Got another fire pit here. It seems people can never get enough of fire pits. We were at a site, actually a non-operating park, and there was actually 4 fire pits in an area, well, just slightly larger than I'm on now. I'm curious about this elevated part here. This could be pretty awesome. Yes, indeed. This is gorgeous. I've been walking around this site for 20 minutes trying to figure out where to put my tent. And I think I've decided on this spot right here. I've got perfect line to the east, so the sun's gonna come up right here. And this just drops off to the water, so it's gonna hit my tent first thing and get me warm. So it is supposed to be -1 overnight. And looks pretty flat, so we go for it. So I'm using this old MSR Microzoid. It's a, oh, it's just a step up from Bivy, really. Anyway, I picked it up on Marketplace probably 2 years ago, and they're older, but I've actually never even used it, so I figured why not try it out tonight. Getting right to the end of April. We've got 1 more week, and this Sunday is supposed to be 20 degrees, so anytime now the black flies are going to be starting. And they definitely change a trip, you know. You can make do with them and make things work, but fall and early spring, and I guess late summer are much better than that. May and June time frame is always pretty crazy. And that is that. Now, will my sleeping mat fit inside of it? Okay, this tent is really small. I tried to put my thermarest in here, so this guy here, it does not fit very well. You can see it's curled right up on the end, and anyway, I don't think the thermarest is going to work, so I'm going to have to use the gray foamy, I think, on the bottom. It's just too small for this mat. Okay, I got thinking, it's clear enough and nice enough, and essentially no bugs, to just sleep out under the tarp. I'm not so sure about that tent. It's so tiny inside. I barely, I'm hitting the ends when I'm in there, even without the mat. So anyway, I probably won't end up using that. So I'm thinking I'm gonna cut a couple stakes. I put a ridge line here and cut a couple stakes and guide these out, and then put my mat and stuff right underneath there, and then just sleep. Voila. One down, one to go. That'll do. Definitely not the most perfect pitch, but this should be pretty good. I do like that spot of the tent, but man, it's just so small. Man, look at that view. So glad I trekked in here. This is epic. You know, the campsite doesn't get used much when it's an island and there's deadfall on it all over the place. So definitely a good sign. All right, got some wood cut, fire going. Might be time to chillax for a second. Sun is officially down below the trees. Man, how gorgeous is that? All right, time to get some supper going. So we're just gonna boil some water. And so I normally don't buy backpacking meals, but a good friend of ours that we've known for many years, her daughter went on a backpacking trip in BC and ended up bringing me back a whole bunch of these backpacking meals. So she's donated them to us to go out on these adventures. So thank you very much, Morgan. I really appreciate it. Tonight I'm going to have cheesy lasagna with sausage. So we're gonna just basically heat up some water, put it in the bag, and away we go. I also brought another one. This is for breakfast. Hot oatmeal, peanut butter, and raisin oatmeal cereal. 550 calories. So that should give me enough calories to get out of here, I'd say. Anyway, that's going to be breakfast. And I had to get some water going. Get this rehydrating. So I think it said 2 cups. And I picked up the stove about 2 years ago off Amazon. I can't remember the name now, but it was very inexpensive, like 15 bucks or something like that. It was crazy. And I have had zero problems with it. I've probably used it, I don't know, 15 times, 20 times maybe, and always been great. It's nice that it has its built-in piezo igniter as well. All right, there we go. All right, starting to get a little dark. And just checked on the food, and we are ready to eat. Looks appetizing. Let's see how it tastes. Not bad. Tiny bit of spice to it. Yeah, it's all right. I'm getting pretty hungry. It's amazing what tastes good out in the backcountry. Anyway, it's almost 9 o'clock, and the lasagna was great. I think it was like 700 calories though. So I'm pretty full, but it should definitely keep me warm tonight. It is supposed to go down to -1, like I said, but man, what a gorgeous night. You got the frogs going, and I've heard an owl and some ducks, and yeah, I think a beaver too, actually. I did hear like a tail slap. So anyway, I'm sure that if there is beavers around, we'll all be hearing them tonight for sure. Yeah, just gonna get settled in here shortly, and I'll keep the fire going for a little bit longer, but then probably head to bed. So see you all in the morning. Good night. Morning. Slept all right last night. Went to bed around 10:30. Slept till like 3. And then the wind picked up, and yeah, it's quite a different day today. It's pretty chilly right now. It says it's -1, and the wind's blowing a little bit. It's pretty gray. Looks like rain today for sure. The stars were out, and it's nice to have a view just from under the tarp. I could really look up at the sky, and that was really nice.
Guess it's time to get some coffee going. Fire feels great this morning, and the coffee. Definitely need the warmth. It's chilly. So I've been using this Sawyer squeeze since 2017, and I've also tried the Sawyer Mini, which is a bit slower, I find. But the squeeze, I actually rigged it up for summer camping, group camping, to have a gravity feed. But for here, I'm just going to use the bag for the dirty water. Threads onto the filter like so, and then using Platypus clean bag. Just flushed a little bit at the start there. But the flow is not bad with these squeeze filters for sure. So I was looking at the weather forecast. It's saying it's supposed to start raining by 9 a.m. It's 8:30 now, and I still have to boat back across and hike out. So I'm just gonna get this stuff ready for breakfast and start getting camp packed up. All right, so that's going on a liter, 750 mils probably, in, I don't know, a minute. Yeah, it's decent for sure. Oh, coffee is good. All right, let's get some boiling going and get some breakfast. All right, just getting packed up, and got breakfast here. So we're gonna try this one out. I just showed you it was hot peanut butter and raisin oatmeal cereal. Not bad. The raisins, I like the raisins, but consistency, maybe I just had it sitting for too long. I've been just packing things up here, so. Wind's dying down a little bit, which is good. That 1x4 paddle that I have is definitely not the best for powering you forward.
just coming into shore the other side. Yeah, what a beautiful, serene spot. Always garbage. I don't know why it's so difficult for people to clean up after themselves, but fortunately that's the case. Oh, a whole bunch more garbage over there. I'll grab them. 6 more cans, worm container, dirt in it, plastic bag, duct tape. Yeah, anyway. All we can do is try to clean up after others that don't have the common sense to do so. Try to keep our pristine places pristine. Alright, just finishing up the trail section and getting onto the forest access road. My phone is almost dead. For whatever reason, the backup battery only does slow charge, so it when I'm using it, it doesn't keep up for sure. Anyway, nice little hike out, almost back to the truck. Well, wrapped up an awesome solo overnight. A lot of people look at you funny when you say that you're going out for a solo trip, but everyone gets intimidated initially by it, and once you get out there and do it a few times, you learn what the sounds are that you hear in the night, and you get more accustomed to it. You know, the slapping of a beaver tail or an owl or squirrels, etc. You just get used to those noises and it becomes easier all the time. So don't let it discourage you to get out and try it. I recommend getting out and even sleeping in your own tent initially with other people, and gradually expand from there. But take your time before you get out in the deep woods by yourself, because there is risks involved. But if you're careful and cautious, rewards are great. If you're enjoying our adventures, hit that like and subscribe button, helps us out. And until next time, adventure on.